You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more?
Witness my magic! God, Master! There!
Fire will prove effective against this foe. The month I spent with Lord Phases was a queer experience indeed. Though my mind was perpetually unclear, I always felt your presence, Master. Full glad am I that we have been reunited.
Touching, but alas, that's where our heartening thoughts end. No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm. You can count on me to keep you safe.
These beings are only truly defeated when their skulls are smashed beyond repair. One flame at any cost. There'll be thousands.
A well-aimed strike, right where it hurts.
My magics are at your disposal!
My mind feels clearer than ever.
This brute has quite the temper.
I may not use their rage power. If we're to have any hope of victory, we must employ every tool and tactic at our disposal. Are you all right?
I'm happy to oblige. Hold on. Stay right there.
The enemy slows. Perhaps we have tired them out.
Recklessness has done them no favors. They ought to preserve their strength.
A focused attack will end this foe.
In the end. For a moment there, I feared we would not.
The tide of battle was in our favor. Walking bones! The dreaded ceiling of magic. There's something strange about the way time passes here.
Indeed. Or
As a matter of fact,
Have a gander at my wares. You shan't regret. Regret it? It isn't an easy life, but I enjoy the travel. Pleasure doing business with.
It is most exhilarating to hand over such a sum.
An investment made for safer travels can hardly be called extravagant.
Have a gander at my wares. You shan't. Hope to see you again here.
Might I interest you in my humble wares? Much obliged, sir.
Must we run everywhere? You are an impatient one, Arisen. No time to catch.
If you see aught untoward...
Have a gander at my wares. You shan't regret. Pleasure doing business.
No longer do I feel the probing gaze of the Watching One. Is this your doing, newest of the Arisen? I am he who brought the dragon low, and o'er its bones raised the proud kingdom of Vermin. Despite the magnitude of my feat, I was dissatisfied and sought to ere greater heights, till at last I ruled the world entire. Thus did I come to know of the Watching One. The being by whose many eyes and ears no one or thing in this world goes unobserved. As to the purpose with which they watch, I know not. Yet I did divine one thing. This world has lain neath the Watching One's unwavering gaze ere the dawn of its history. I despaired at this discovery, for render my hard-won glories, my throne astride the world, mere spectacles for the all-seeing eye to watch? And I, the fool, exulting in my wooden crown. Do you understand, newest of the Arisen? This is why I sought to fell the Watching One. Alas, though I cut down all who seemed false, be they man or woman, human or beastman, young or old. Indeed, my efforts led only to my own ruin. I was dubbed the Mad Sovereign, and by the hand of a new Arisen, consigned to this place forevermore. Yet, I can only assume that you have achieved what I could not. How else to explain the changes I sense in the world? Ah, what bitter gall that I cannot witness the outcome for myself. Falter not, newest of the Arisen, for your path is just. Fading spirit though I am, I may yet summon those who can be of aid to you.
I see you have returned, Arisen One. The Mad Sovereign has called, and so we answer. If you would save the people of this world from ruin, lead them here. For this place may chance to escape the coming destruction.
I imagine the people of this world will welcome the tidings that there is a place of refuge awaiting them.
I knew it to be so.
We too once bore the mantle of a... As we walked, one in despair and one for fear, yet you hold fast to your strength.
The Arisen comes. Is this meeting also by the Dragon's design? Then I bid ye farewell.
The Mad Sovereign's power, it could prove the last less. The coming destruction can only truly be forestalled if 'tis sun.
The clouds. Encroach ever closer. It seems naught can be done to halt them now.
Whatever happens, we cannot give in. We've arrived well enough. Where to next?
Well met, sir. Fancy a gamble?
You would have me evacuate the city? I see. Mayhap 'twould be for the best. Ever since the fall of Melve, the citizens of Vernworth have lived in fear that their homes are next to... If there is safe harbor to be found elsewhere, but I doubt I could convince the people... Methinks your majesty would do better to ask this of the Regent King. After the false sovereign vanished and the world was old, if the people will heed anyone...
'Tis admirable how Regent Kinsven has taken up command of the kingdom. We would be remiss not to offer him our aid.
By your leave.
I'm in fine fettle today.
Gathering materials makes for dull work indeed. Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident. Better off a baker.
Dare say I could forget all my troubles.
Sometimes I wonder what to do about combat. Sometimes I wonder if I'm cut out for this.
This sort of quiet means all's well.
This. One must take pride in their job. Recruits to train, arms procure.
So you've come. I'm glad to see you. Captain Brandt has already apprised me of your proposal, a full-scale evacuation of the citizenry. Truth be told, I had reached the same conclusion. So long as we cower within these walls, we must live in fear of going the way of Melve. My ministers have approved the plans, and I have petitioned the encampment survivors and the Thieves' Guild for aid. The only remaining obstacle is my mother. She has set herself stubbornly against any such flight. I have tried to make her see reason, but of late she has taken to shutting herself in her chambers. However, I cannot bring myself to leave my own... If I cannot convince her, I mean to remain here and share in her... Now, there are a few matters I must attend to before we can evacuate. We will require several ox carts to carry the sick and aid. Might I prevail upon you to petition the merchant at the ox cart station in the west of... You may assure him that the royal treasury will foot any and all expenses. Would you be so kind as to petition the merchant at the ox cart station in the west of the city for the use of his carts in the evacuation? You may assure him that the Royal Treasury will foot any and all expenses.
This armor's far from comfortable.
Queen Regent Disa hardly leaves her chambers, and all her meals come back scarcely touched. Between you and me, I fear for her health. Queen Regent Disa hardly leaves her chamber. Between you and me, I fear.
Have you come to claim my life, Arisen? Well, but I shall go to the grave with a smile on my lip. So do as you will. I have no intent. What are you doing? Unhand me at once! Guards! Help me!
You have brought Mother to me, I see. My thanks, friend. You have done me a great—
Sven.
You may leave us. Now that we can speak without a door to— I know not what to make of this.
What's to be done about— Oh, Sven.
Would you be so kind? You may assure him that the Royal—
I'm still here then.
Whoever's my replacement's in for a boot up the arse.
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten. Lord Winches on all sides. Place to sit and gather once. All my peers seem so much more
fancy a look at my wares?
Still, the fact that you yet... I had a feeling you'd come to see me today. I've no notion of... Have I caught your eye? I've no notion of... I've no notion of what awaits.
I ought to find someone to fancy a look at my wares?
Oh, Master, I thought I might never see you again.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
Be gone with you, ruffian. These carts are mine. And if you think I'll surrender a single one, you'd best I require the use of all of them to transport my wealth to safety.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I've just sold off my last cart. That...
Be gone with you, ruffian. And if you think I require the use of...
These writings could be of import.
Shall we take a closer look?
Is this enough to have... Is this enough to have avoided the worst?
At last! A moment to breathe.
Be gone with you. And if you think I'll surrender I require the use of...
Begging your pardon, sir, but I've just sold off. Begging your pardon, sir, but I've just sold off my last cart.
Be gone with you. And if you think I require the use of...
Apologies, but I can't...
Do let me know if you're in need of aid.
Heard of any ways to make some easy coin? No?
Begging your pardon, sir, but I've...
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Begging your pardon. Begging your pardon, sir, but I've just sold off.
Be gone with you, ruffian. And if you think I require the use of all of...
Let's see.
Would that all my days were so true.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only asked so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
Anyone gives me trouble, they'll taste the steam. It is our duty to see this peace.
Would you be so kind as to petition? You may assure him that the royal treasury will foot any and all...
My son, you truly would make your kindness.
My sword arm could use some work. We're hoping there'll be no trouble.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm
Got to keep moving. Back to it.
Would that all my days were so true.
I'll gladly stay a while.
I can tell half as
It's enough to have avoided the worst.
Be gone with you. And if you think I require the use of...
Begging your pardon, sir, but I've just sold off my last cart.
Mayhap this ladder is here for a reason.
After you, Arisen.
Have you business with the guild, sir? I should be glad to assist you.
Always a pleasure.
Wonder if anyone will notice if I stay here.
I'd kip. Still out anyway.
Need anything? Many thanks.
Quite the sum of gold we just spent. 'Tis clear the Arisen is no miser.
An investment made for safer travels can hardly be called extravagant.
I am glad your majesty has seen fit to assist.
Might not the seafloor shrine provide a place of refuge for the people of this land? 'Twould protect them from the Red Cloud's advance, if only for a time.
Still, 'tis... easier said than done. The people may not believe us, even should we make our case.